When it comes to pedophiles, everyone here that watches my channel, that's even been my friend, they know that I've always had very conflicted feelings towards them. Because I've always been a very optimistic person when it comes to people, and I always had the belief that pedophiles had a chance to change. A good example of this was when I was manipulated by Dagon, and Dagon, he, um, manipulated me, made me feel, like he could change and stuff like that. And, the entire time he was just lying about it, you know what I mean? He is a great example of that pedophiles, people like that, they're predators, and they're not just predators towards children. They're also predator towards people that are around them, or people that that have hearts. They play with their heartstrings. The reason why I am making this video is because of how much influence that the Reclamation has now. And I with this confliction, it also gives ammo towards people that want to take down the Reclamation. You know what I mean? It gives ammo for other, smaller YouTubers that are posting about me for clouds. It gives ammo for, other Discord servers that want to, try to stand against the Reclamation. They're gonna be like, well, oh my god, you were manipulated by Dagon, you thought he could change and stuff like that, so I guess you support pedophiles. Which, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's happening right now. Like I said, I already have a lot of support and shit, but I'm kind of just thinking ahead. And honestly, I think I should have done this earlier, because there's been, like, YouTubers that have said that shit and stuff like that. And my point that I'm making is, I'm just thinking ahead of the game. I'm thinking ahead, and I'm thinking for the Reclamation. So I think that I should just kind of just get this out of the way so it doesn't become a problem in the future. I've come to the conclusion that non-offending pedophiles, people that haven't done anything like that, they have redeeming qualities, because, people that haven't acted on it and they're getting help and they've never done anything like that, people like that, they have redeeming qualities. People like Dagon, they don't have redeeming qualities. And I don't think any sort of therapy or any sort of help can get that out of their head. I used to think that it's possible if they get therapy, this and that can help them. But at the end of the day, they're probably gonna turn. It's like a drug to them. Kids are like a drug. They're gonna turn back, and then they're gonna try to ruin another life. In my opinion, and what my viewpoints on it now is, they deserve the absolute worst punishment. And if it was legal, I think all of them should die. They should die, personally. I'm not going to go over my instance, but due to my situation, the things that I've been through, and due to, Dagon lying about getting help and other people, I realized that not everyone is capable of redemption, and pedophiles is definitely one of those things. And it took me a while to understand that, because again, I've always had a very optimistic view on humanity and possibly, evolving to be better. You know what I mean? I always want the best for people and stuff like that, and I don't like to wish the bad upon anyone personally, but with people like this, you can't have that humanity, you can't have that humility, because they prey upon it. They're predators. My biggest regret was thinking that people like Dagon could get help. And I'm gonna say this is, I'm never ever going to think that people like Dagon has any human rights ever again, because they don't. And to all my viewers, I just want to say this directly to you, that I'm sorry if I confused any of you. And, like I said, I confused myself a little bit. And I just came into the conclusion, like, the whole conclusion isn't just about pedophiles, it's about life in general. It's just because bad people want to get help or whatever, it doesn't mean they deserve it, doesn't mean they are capable of redemption. And it's not towards pedophiles, it's towards bad people too I've had in my life. Just because they have that little good in them doesn't mean they are going to redeem themselves, and it doesn't mean that they will change. And the truth is, 9 out of 10 bad people that only have a little bit of good and a lot of bad don't change. And I'm very happy I get to tell you guys like my conclusion, because again, I think you guys deserve to know, because a lot of you guys follow me in my server, follow the things that I want. And if I'm conflicted, I feel like I wouldn't be able to lead you guys the correct way. But now that I know that I'm not conflicted anymore, I think now I know what I want for the reclamation. What I want for the reclamation is, I don't want us to take any bullshit. I want us, whenever there's a pedophile, this and that, obviously to look into it. If they're found guilty, then they need to be completely shunned out the community. It doesn't matter how much help they get in real life. It doesn't matter if they quote unquote change. If they commit those acts, those really bad acts, I think there should be lines. And if you're watching and you're in a reclamation, you guys can comment in the server if you believe this. I personally think that there should be a list of unforgivable things. Like, even, like I said, I'm not religious, but even in the Bible, I think there's a sin that's unforgivable. I think that there should be a list of unforgivable acts, and if they are caught doing that, then they are shunned forever, and there's no redemption, is my point. And I also think that certain actions should be pardoned. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are actions people do, and I think they should be given a chance. However, I do not want the reclamation to fall victim into manipulation by predators. I don't want the reclamation to fall victim to bad people either. I think whenever we make this community council for the community, we need to set boundaries and like rules saying where things that are forgivable and things that are unforgivable. We need to have certain punishments for certain actions that people do and stuff like that. I think that we need to set that in line, and we cannot be conflicted. We all need to go by the same rules that we all place down, that we decide to place down. Yeah, this is the end of the video, and you guys can comment, in YouTube, or comment in the reclamation about what you guys personally believe the rules we should place down whenever the council is up. I'm glad I'm telling you all this, because as a second founder, I want you guys to be able to trust me, and I want you guys to be able to understand what's going on in my mind. And I finally, I finally came up with a conclusion, and I'm glad I did, because as I'm leading the reclamation, as a second founder, I need to be able to go by a certain belief and conclusion, and this is the conclusion that I came up with, and it was a very hard one to come up with, because again, this conclusion makes me it's really depressing. It's a conclusion that I've always tried to run away from, because I've always tried to look into the good in people and stuff like that. And this conclusion also will affect me in real life in a way, because a lot of it has a lot to do with real life instances that made me, and even with the Dagon instance, that made me choose this conclusion that, certain actions are just irredeemable. And it's really sad, because I've had such an optimistic view on people, but I think it's for the safer route for our community and for myself and for others. I think they should definitely follow by this belief system. What do you guys think? What do you guys can comment in the YouTube channel about what you think the rules should be for the community and what you think about all this. So yeah, that's it. Also, if you're interested in joining the reclamation, the link will be in the comment section and in the descriptions. Join the server if you are wanting to be a part of this change for the community.